At least our music is peppy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dodgers Territory, presented by Fox One. We are psyched that you are here. I am Alanna Rizzo. That is Clint Pasillas. We are your hosts for this fresh and brand new episode of DT. Thanks for being here, you guys. Rate us 5 stars, like, subscribe, all of the things. The Dodgers Territory. What are you doing? You almost fell off your chair. The Dodgers Territory store is now open. Don't forget, DodgersTerritoryShop.com. You can scan that QR code or just go to the URL, DodgersTerritoryShop.com. We appreciate you guys being here. All right, we're not going to win every game. I thought we were going to sweep. I was wrong. Dodgers came home with a 2-0 advantage. I thought that Yamamoto was going to do better than he did. That's okay. He didn't. A lot of things to talk about in this one. It's okay. We still have 2 more chances rather. I still think we're going to be fine. They get it done in game 4. But Yama not as good as I thought he was going to be. Nola not as bad as I thought he was going to be. What do you take?
I think a baseball game happened today. Baseball game is happening tomorrow at Dodger Stadium, and the Dodgers are going to win that baseball game. Listen, everybody knows there's a script. The script happened. The script is why the Yankees won yesterday to lose today. The script is why the Phillies had to win today, so the Dodgers can win tomorrow.
More money? Is that just more money, or what do you do? What's
That's right.
Script?
You know what? Hold on, wait. I have a button for that, and I'm totally going to turn on my soundboard to make sure we hit that. We hit that money button. Guys, sound off in the comments. Let us know how you feel about this game. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting points. The Dodgers offense was Tommy Edman and end of list. He drove in both of the Dodgers runs today. Shohei Ohtani has been MIA this postseason. Andy Pajes has been so MIA that he was benched, 1 for 19. We'll talk more about that later. But really, you're not going to win a lot of games where you give up, 8 runs to your opponent, and you were worried about that one big hit waking up the fighting Phils, and it did off the bat of a 450 foot Schwarber woke up the Phillies.
Yeah, and it's not funny. It's unfortunate because Kyle Schwarber was not just a little bit cold this postseason, Clint. He was cold coming into the postseason. Obviously, he has had an unbelievable season going back and forth with our own Shohei Ohtani in terms of the home run lead in the National League and conversation of Kyle Schwarber being in the National League MVP situation. And you didn't want this Kyle Schwarber to be awoken. You didn't want the Fightins to be awoken. I'm still not. I'm more of the glass half full on our show. That's just kind of who I am. You're more of the realist. I'm more of the optimist. There were some question marks in this game, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. We can talk about that. 3 runs in the 4th, 5 runs in the 8th. It wasn't pretty. It just wasn't. It wasn't a pretty game. Yama was good until he wasn't. I'm not quite sure what direction you want to go with this. But the 4th and the 5th innings, he gives up 6 hits, 3 earned runs. He only get, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Tommy Edman can't be your offense. Maybe that was inspired by you. I think you wanted to send him to the moon. You and I had the conversation about why is he in the game. He owes Freddie Freeman some massive meals. Again, you're not going to win them all. This one was ugly, but I'm still not. Yes, I said they were going to sweep. I understand. But yeah, I still feel good about this team. I still feel good about them advancing to the championship series.
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking for silver linings, if we're looking for positive things that happened today, Anthony Banda showing stones. Banda and Jack Dreyer also very good. Yeah. And then there on the pitching side, end of list. I mean, I guess, Trinan got his lane taken care of. But, that's enough walking around it. Clayton Kershaw pitched in this game. He did not have it. He did not have command. I am not employed by a baseball team to watch the game and tell the manager that this guy does not have command of the baseball. Clayton Kershaw did not have command of the baseball. It was all smoke and mirrors to get through that seventh inning. Then inexplicably he goes back out for the 8th inning. I understand you're trying to get some innings eaten up. This is the first time you might be playing back-to-back games if you're playing today and potentially playing tomorrow. But there was zero reason for 22 to go back out for that 8th inning. He didn't have anything, and it showed. He got roughed up. It was ugly. It hurts your heart because it is Clayton Kershaw. There's the human side of it. On the baseball side of it, it's, again, I'm going to say it again. He didn't have anything. Why are you sending him back out there in the second inning? People would have hated the idea of seeing Tanner Scott. Maybe Tanner Scott goes in that lane because you need to get eyes on him. I do worry. I do wonder if this was the last time we see Clayton Kershaw pitch, because if they do advance, I don't know that he's on that NLCS roster, but that's a conversation for a different show. But what's kind of your perception of that, Clayton going out for the second inning?
It was definitely a hurtful, tough watch, right? So it was funny too, because it all unraveled quickly, and maybe it was like more quickly than I wanted it to be, because he comes out of the bullpen, right? And I was like, oh my goodness, Clayton. And I tweeted this, which is a mistake, but I've had many bosses tell me I was going to get in trouble because of social media. It is what it is. But I tweeted him coming out of the bullpen. I was like, oh my goodness, Clayton Kershaw making his 2025 postseason debut coming out of the bullpen, right? Blue heart, happy emoji, all the things, and it was like, okay. But then he got roughed up in the seventh, and I was like, eee. And what bothered me at first was that all these idiots that have all these premium seats at Dodger Stadium, at any ballpark, I don't care who it is, Dodger Stadium, Citizens Bank, Yankee Stadium, Rogers Center, whatever it is, like everybody that has the premium seats, oftentimes, Clint, it's the corporate seats and folks that are just like giving seats away, right? To people that aren't baseball fans, aren't diehards. We're talking about the folks that are like on the upper deck, like ninth floor when you come into the stadium, that would absolutely give their left kidney to be in the seats that people are in. And they're on their freaking phones. They're not paying attention. It's a 3-1 game. Runners are on the corner. Dodgers are down. We're at home, right? Dodgers are down 3-1. And even if the situation was reversed, even if we're up 3-1 and we have runners on the corners, okay? And it wasn't Clayton on the hill. It's like, pay attention. Like, that's, I don't know. To me, it's like doing the fucking wave in baseball when your pitcher's on the hill. It drives me nuts. Anyway, so I do all that, right? I'm like, what are you doing? Pay attention, put respect on his name. And then it was like, oh God. And then it just started to unravel. Yeah. And I was like, aye. And then he comes out for the eighth. And I'm like, okay, is that just because you're going to let him wear it? But it's like, Clayton's not the guy that you want to wear it, right? It does. No. It hurts your heart. It hurts your heart. But he should not have come out. He should not have come out for the eighth inning. No. At that point, I don't know if it's like, maybe that game is already gone. Maybe it's a foregone conclusion that, okay.
No, it's like you said, it was a 3-1 game at that point. That was a baseball game.
I mean, it hurt me to see it. I don't know. It sucks, but I don't
put the blame on Kershaw for being 37 and pitching in relief in the postseason for the first time since 2019. By the way, the last time that happened, it also didn't work out for Dave and Kershaw. For what it's worth, we don't want to talk about that 2019 postseason. Couple of former Nats in that Phillies lineup tonight as well. But yeah, again, he just plainly did not have command, and you had still 5 other dudes who were available to pitch for you today, and they could also likely pitch for you tomorrow. Kershaw didn't lose the game. The fact that the Dodgers didn't really, put up much, much in the way of offense. Yeah, you got to score more points than the other team to win a baseball game, so they probably weren't going to be able to overcome that 3-0 deficit that Yamamoto got them into. I do credit Dave for pulling Yama when he did, because he, like you had mentioned, he was cruising and then he just kind of lost it. It happens. It happens in the postseason. Dave saw it. Let me ask you this: like, what do you? Okay, so, and I get that. And is it more of the resume with Kersh that you don't pull him as soon as you pull Yama, because Yama doesn't have the same legacy, he doesn't have the same resume, he doesn't have the same experience, the black type, all the things? I mean, should you have pulled Kersh prior in the 7th? I mean, certainly, like, let's assume, I think we all agree he should not have gone back out for the 8th. Yeah. But do you pull him sooner in the 7th? Like, the second he got into, some real trouble, do you take him out? I'm okay with the 7th, keeping him in the 7th, because that was kind of, well, I don't even know if it was his lane, because you do question bringing him in to face the top of the order. to the seventh inning question, I really don't know. I maybe don't turn to him there in that close of a baseball game to begin with. But we don't need to talk again about him going out for the second inning. But yeah, I'd have to think a little bit more about it to decide whether or not it was a good idea to even bring him out in the seventh or keep him in there in the seventh, because again, that was every bit of a smoke and mirrors sort of inning for 22 there. And by the way, last two postseason appearances, not good for Clayton. Our friend Bill Plunkett, 2 1/3 innings pitch, 11 runs on 11 hits, including 3 homers. Yeah, it hurts me to talk this way about Clayton.
That doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Like, I get it. Everyone wants to bag on Clayton because of his postseason numbers and whatever. I don't give a shit. He's on his way to Cooperstown. You know what? And nobody could ever say anything again about Aaron Judge in the postseason. By the way, see you later, Yankees. Congratulations to the Toronto Blue Jays. But Aaron Judge did everything he could do in the postseason, and the Yankees still got bounced. So yeah. Okay. So whatever.
Worth noting the previous outing for Kershaw, he was pitching with like his arm barely holding on. Anyways, I'd say we do this. Let's take a break. We're gonna come back. We have a lot of people in the chat. We have some super chats. We'll spin forward and talk about some positive things to look forward to, like that team you're wearing, LA, winning a baseball game tomorrow. We will be back.
Football is back, and so is your shot at big wins with DraftKings Pick 6, the official daily fantasy partner of the NFL. Your game day instincts can score you real money fast. Here's the play.
Just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats, from breakout rookies to elite QBs, and unlock the upside every snap brings. The better your calls, the bigger your payout.
This season, play your player instincts. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now. Use code FOUL, that's FOUL. Pay just $5 to get $50 in Pick 6 bonus picks. Make the call, ride the upside in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 bonus picks that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Welcome back to Dodgers Territory, presented by Fox One. You see it up there in the top corner. Check out the link in the description for more information. They will be presenting us all postseason long, which still will continue after today for the Dodgers. But there is breaking news coming in from the Dodger beat writers. Apparently, Tanner Scott was actually not at the park today. He was not at Dodger Stadium for personal reasons, according to Dave Roberts, which is probably another reason you saw Kersh go out there for that extra interview.
See, sometimes we want to be the first ones to jump all over Dave Roberts, and we want to be the why are they doing this tomorrow? Or why are they doing? Well, you know what? We don't always have all the information. And again, we have the right, or you guys have the right, to speculate and be upset. We are all fans, right? And you pay good money, and this is your team, and I get it. But you know what? Perhaps there's a reason Kersh went out there for the 8th, and it's because Tanner Scott wasn't even in the damn building. Let's talk about some of these super chats, though. We appreciate you guys so much being here. We really do. Let's talk with Cesar Chirinos. I love this. How we're doing that.
Okay.
Well,
go with.
All right, Cesar Chirinos from Alanna, the best analyst. Oh, you're sweet, sweetheart. Question: do you think Phillies hit Tyler tomorrow? How confident? I'm super confident in Tyler Glasnow. I'm honestly, like, I'm a big Phillies fan. I'm in terms of, like, not over the Dodgers, guys. Calm the F down. But I do like this Phillies team. Like, there's grit. This is a team that kind of goes along with its city, right? Just hardworking, blue collar folk. And I like Tyler Glasnow. I like the fact that there's not as much. He doesn't have to be the ace. The Dodgers, I thought, would finish this off tonight. Okay, they didn't. I was wrong. I apologize. However, I do think that Tyler gets it done tomorrow. I think the Dodgers have done a good job of neutralizing, up to this game, the top 2 lefties in their lineup, right? Obviously, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper. Schwarber, we kind of woke up a beast today, and that's okay. Like, it's going to happen. Our lineup is better. Our starting pitching is better. Dodgers will be fine. Tyler gets it done tomorrow night.
Yeah, I hope.
He does.
I've had,
why would he not?
I have some question marks when it comes to Tyler Glasnow. I'm hoping he quiets down.
He doesn't have to be the man.
No, He needs to do enough. He absolutely needs to do enough to keep the Dodgers in the game, and the offense needs to show up. I need to see something out of Shohei. I need to see something out of Freddie. Because when Teo does not go, the Dodgers do not go. Drew with the $9.99 super chat says, "Relax. We punted versus the Mets and Yankees last year and won both games.
All
we
right,
got
Drew,
this."
hold on, Drew. I love you. Drew, I love you. We did not punt against the Mets or the Yankees last year. What is he talking about?
They punted against the Mets. I would say yes.
Against the Mets or the Padres?
What's the punt? No, the Brent Honeywell game.
No, it was the first.
There was a few punts. There was a few.
It was the DS where I remember I was like, maybe Dave was thinking.
There were enough.
You have to think big picture, and that was like the whole world. Like LA was not happy.
Yeah,
I was going to say something else, but
there was enough punts last year that ultimately, because of your magic and grace, netted us an exclusive sit down with Dave Roberts because of us kind of being like, what the fuck did we just watch?
I don't know if it was magic or grace, but I second guessed, and I shouldn't, and so I'm not doing it anymore. But the point is, my head is gigantic, and I keep moving, and the camera. Okay, so it's like, no.
Get up in there.
We're guys. You guys it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're fine.
So you don't buy into Kevin Dodgers Guerra with the $2 super chat says, Chad, are we choking a 2-0 lead? No. The Dodgers you're going to lose a baseball game. They weren't going to go 13-0 in this postseason.
There's no way the Dodgers are losing 3 in a row. There's no way, guys. Come on.
Somebody clip that. No, I
have yesterday.
Yeah,
They're not losing 3 in a row.
Stranger things have happened for sure, but no,
Bro,
they're not. There is a
3
reality somewhere in the vast multiverse. There is a version where the Dodgers lose 3 in a row. It's not going to be in this multiverse. We got $4.99 from Nick Ramos. Felt like 2015 the way they let Kershaw die on the mound. But hey, here's to a gentleman's sweep. Gentleman's sweep.
We have a little bit. First of all, Nick, I love your avatar, or your dog with the Guinness. It's a Guinness, I think. It's the cutest thing ever. But maybe there's a reason that Kersh was out there. Maybe they said, listen, you're going to kind of have to eat this. And maybe Kersh has accepted that role. You talked about Elaine. Tanner wasn't even at the park tonight. We didn't know that we were down a reliever. Nobody mentioned it until after. How do we not know that we were down a reliever? Well,
Dodgers probably didn't say it and nobody asked.
Well, I mean, who's not doing their job? We didn't do it. We didn't know. The reporters didn't ask. So the Dodgers aren't going to give up that information because then the Phillies would know. Why would they? So maybe that's a little bit of an explanation anyway.
Them knowing, I don't know how much it would have helped them. I'm pretty sure they strongly preferred Kershaw on the mound in that 8th inning. Moving on, Jose with the $5 super chat says, a sweep was not out of the realm of possibility, but we all knew it was going to be a scrap. Dodgers in 4. Now,
Jose, are you related to Manny? And how is he doing? What is he doing right now?
He's in Cancun enjoying the good life.
By the way, how did that start? Why is everyone why is Cancun? Jared Carabas mentioned that? Why is everybody why is Cancun the thing? Which, by the way, I don't mind it. I'm all for it. But when did Cancun? But I mean, it was always they're going to the golf course. Now it's all of a sudden everyone's in Cancun.
I mean, yeah, Cancun is nice. It's close. It's probably cheaper.
I'm all for it. All right. So what's next? Who else is in our?
Well, hold on. I want to dive into Jose's there a little bit because you and I talked entering the series. We talked all through the month of September, probably a lot of the season, talking about what team gives us, scares us the most entering the postseason. It was this Philadelphia Phillies team.
For me, it was the Phillies.
Yeah.
Still is.
The fact that the Dodgers had set themselves up to sweep tells you how good the Dodgers team is. Today it's a bad game. That's all it is. Bad pitching game. I'm not worried about Yamamoto in his next start. Kershaw is the 13th guy or the 12th guy. He is the last guy on that postseason roster. And there is a strong chance that he gets, if the Dodgers are so lucky to advance, there's a strong chance he gets replaced by Justin Wrobleski for the NLCS. But we'll talk about that when we get that far. more. But the fact that the Dodgers still have a 2-1 advantage over the amazing Phillies, this powerhouse Phillies team, I feel pretty good.
It's amazing Mets. It's the Fightins. Okay, get it right.
I course corrected.
You know what's crazy? Like, to your point though, to think about, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little bit too emotional about it, or nostalgic about it. But to think about Justin Robleski on the roster and Kersh not, this is like, wow, it's like an end of an era, right? It's an end of an era. Anyway, that is not the point. They're going to win tomorrow. They're going to move on, and that's a good problem to have in terms of a CS roster. But yeah, I mean, the Phillies, to me, I had this conversation the other day with Mason in Ireland, and I think I said this to you yesterday or whenever the last time we talked about, they asked me who of the teams in the postseason scare you the most. The Dodgers do. Like the bullpen does. You know what I mean? It's like we can only beat ourselves. If you play the game the right way fundamentally, if you do everything you're supposed to do, there's not a team left in the field that is better than the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, if you don't execute, then that's the thing, right? Yeah. Today was poor execution. It was a short outing. And I said this coming into the season, into the postseason. I apologize. I told you. I said if our starters can go 6, we are fine. Every game we've won, the starters have gone at least 6, and it's been fine. Yama had a very short outing today, and then you see what happened. Then it imploded.
And on the idea of execution and playing clean baseball games, Max Muncy did not help anybody yesterday. The glove had a hole in it, or it had a spring in it. It's bad. Hopefully just a bad day for Max. I know the dude. You know the dude. He is kicking his own ass at his locker today.
He's wicked hard on himself. Yeah, he's very, very hard on himself.
No, that would be Boston terminology.
I know. God,
the Massachusetts just came out at you there, Riz.
I know.
Thoughts and prayers.
He's super duper hard on himself. Didn't do anybody any favors defensively, but I mean he's not the reason we lost the game.
I want to go to this one because I see it on the chat right here. Instead of popping it up, I'm just going to read it from our scrolling chat. Ohtani boy saying, "Can has learned to throw?" That throw to Muncy, by the way, was I don't know if it was perfect, but it was pretty damn close to it. Muncy's going to tell you 99 times out of 100 he's going to catch that, and he needs to catch that ball. It basically short hopped him in the bread basket. Now, it would have made for a difficult, pop-up catch and then get your momentum back to, tagging out the base runner. But Pajes' throw was on a line, could not have been very much better. In my unhumble opinion.
I don't know that folks have really questioned his arm strength or his accuracy on the throw. It's more of the circuitous routes and the questionable defensive plays he's made in the outfield. I think that's more of the thing. We know he has a good arm. It's not that.
On the Pajes conversation, 1 for 19 this postseason. You saw him get pulled for pinch hitter Miguel Rojas. Like you said, he's playing solid enough defense. Does have a kind of funky play, and I think it was game 2 of this series in right field. Did not look good. The arm strength is always there, but pinch hit for tonight. You concerned about the second-year outfielder? Where are you at with Pajes and his 1 for 19 start to this postseason?
I'm not nearly as concerned about Pajes as I am about Ohtani.
Yeah, I mean,
in terms of offense, I mean, you don't expect Pajes to be 10 for 15 in the postseason. You don't expect Pajes to be Freddie Freeman or Mookie Betts or Ohtani or, the big gun, the Aaron Judges of the world or Jose Ramirez. Pick your poison on any team.
Yeah.
Ohtani needs to do more. I mean, if we're going to anoint him as the second coming on both sides of the ball, then he needs to show up on both sides of the ball in the postseason. He has so far in the one game that he's pitched. But Pajes, it's 1 for 19, not great. I get it. But your whole season can't be, you can't put your season on Andy Pajes. That's not who we have anointed the entire season. You know what I mean? He's a complimentary piece. He's not the team. You know what I mean? He's not the main piece.
You feel a lot better if he is producing for sure, which he's not so far. Maybe there is a point in time where he does. I I do wonder, and I'll probably explore this, a little bit more. I will have post game on my All Dodgers YouTube channel coming up in a little bit. So guys, we'll continue the conversation over there. I know some people are going to want to talk about Justin Dean. Marcus with the 199 super chat says it's Justin Dean in the outfield, a Make-A-Wish thing. The kid definitely does not belong on this roster. He won't be starting.
It seems forced. Does it not?
He wouldn't be there if it was the good old days and there was a 25-man roster. It's just that's plain and simple. And they have the luxury of having somebody else who can be, as Mark just put in our chat, be a pinch runner, can be a late game defender, even though the defense has been a little.
I'm fine with him being a pinch runner. I don't know if his defense
He's the Terrence Gore of this team. Hopefully, they win a World Series.
Terrence wasn't put in the field.
No, not that I remember anyways. But back to what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. So if there's a world where, the world is that Dave pulled Pasillas after 2 at-bats today. If there's a world where they're going to not start him tomorrow, I wonder if we could see a Hye-Sung Kim appearance, potentially playing second base if Tommy Edman is healthy enough to go play center field. That's probably the only way that works. But I just wanted to throw that into the ethos. Tomorrow could be a Hye-Sung Kim game. Who's going for? Do we know who's pitching for the Phillies tomorrow? Anyways, we know it's Glasnow. Glasnow for us. We don't know who for the Phillies. We'll figure that one out when we get there. But we do have more chats, and then eventually we will sign off from here. For Francisco with the 1999 super chat, thank you very much. Says Dodgers not only let the Phillies back in the series, it was with a bang. They got dog walked, and they woke up the big bats in the Phillies lineup. Not as confident as I was 2 days ago. Game 5 is a very big possibility. Yeah, hey, listen, we reserve the right to let you feel that way. It was a spanking. This was every bit of a spanking. The Phillies are a good lineup. They got some big bats, and like we said at the top of the show, they woke up. They plainly woke up. Glasnow needs to have himself a horse appearance.
That's fine. They can wake up, but they will be put back to sleep very quickly. I feel very good about that. I do.
Let's see. We got $4.99 from Drew. Also, again, they're saying, why is everybody talking about Glass like he's a scrub? Also, Sanchez ain't peak Johan. That's right. Johan Santana. That's right. It is Christopher Sanchez going again. He would be on regular rest pitching.
He was really good in game. Yeah, he was
good until he wasn't. But for me, Glasnow, I've just seen too many of those moments where something goes a little bit askew, and he lets that kind of steamroll.
He's not his mental fortitude is not as high as you'd like it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fair?
It's fair. This is the first time we get to see him make a postseason start in a Dodgers uniform. Hopefully he puts any of my concerns to bed very quickly, because I would love to love Tyler Glasnow. Right now, I like Tyler Glasnow. I would love to love him. We got some love, by the way, from Swell and Sausage in the chat. The only good thing I've seen today is Alanna. Hi. Always some love. We love sausage, of course. We got $1.99 from Davoud. If I'm saying that wrong, thank you very much. There is no comment. There might have been a comment somewhere in the chat, but I didn't see it, and I will try to find it. Joe with the $4.99. That was an utter collapse. Offensive approach looked bad. How many strike 1 and 3 pitches did they stare at? It was all bad. Yeah, they did have a
lot of swing and miss.
A
lot of miss.
Swing early. Yeah. And apparently swing to miss. Credit to Ranger Suarez. He looked really good, and Nola was better than we anticipated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it happens. I don't have a ton to say. It happens. This was a crap game. It was bad.
And our final super chat, there is 2 more. Davoud got his in. Davoud. It just sounds very weird. We need Ohtani to get going.
This is what I said before. We needed Ohtani to get going. To be honest, he's right. He's not wrong. Ohtani needs to get going.
And the real final one from Jonathan, $5, is 22 wearing at 2 runs down. Why not stick with Dreyer? Kirsch should be opening, if anything, not holding games. I don't mind the opening idea. He had his hold, and then he went out for a second inning. But
again, that's not his. It's not his normal role.
And the reason you don't throw Dreyer back out there for a second inning is you ideally want him to be available if there is a game 4. Let's see. Final one. This will be the real final one from Cole. $2. Ohtani, Yamamoto, Sasaki, if needed in Game 5. Don't hate. We won't see Yamamoto in a Game 5. But Ohtani, Sasaki.
Because he pitched tonight. But
and Sheehan will be around as well.
Yep. And yes, he will. And Tanner Scott should be back.
Should be back. Could be back. We don't know where he was at. All right. So what are your parting words here to make people feel better?
It's okay, guys. Like, we're not gonna sweep the postseason. We're gonna be fine. The Dodgers will win tomorrow, and if, God forbid, if they have to go back to Philadelphia, they'll win there. I don't think they'll have to go back to Philly, but I think they win tomorrow with Glasnow. I think it's going to be all hands on deck tomorrow. I think this was kind of a game. Like, if we not steal it, but if we win it and we take 3 in a row, fantastic. If not, we'll figure it out. I don't worry about this team at all. I feel like the first 2 games, the come from behind win in Game 1 and the way that they won in Game 2, I feel very confident that this team will get it done. Yes, you want to be 3-0 in the DS and then and then wait for the Brewers or the Cubs. I think it's going to be the Brewers, but whatever. And the CS. No stress, guys. No stress. It's like I always say, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Keep it loose. And also, Dodger fans, show up early tomorrow. Root for your team.
Yeah, early game. Woo!
Earlier game for your boys in blue. Katie would like a win. It's Katie's birthday tomorrow. Happy early birthday, Katie. Good to see you.
Happy birthday, Katie.
Good to see you in the chat. Hopefully everything is good for Katie. Guys, thank you for watching, hanging out with us here on this edition of Dodgers Territory. Please consider subscribing to the channel, like the show, go listen to it in its podcast forms. Buy our stuff. The Dodgers will win if you buy this hoodie you see on the screen. Scan that QR code or go to DodgersTerritoryShop.com. We will be back with the post game tomorrow and a celebration. You heard it here first. Bye.
Champagne for everybody. Bye. Go Dodgers.